Ooh, look at that hair. Alright, what's up, everybody? Gonna try just basic Rakdos midrange. I have never played this deck. Saw it had a Hazoret and a Liliana on the board, so I got kind of excited to try it. Let's hope it works out. Okay. Has some type play, maybe. Little nervous that there's no damping sphere in this board. But maybe that's just fine. The boat is kind of interesting too. There's just like some top end, but we'll see how it goes. On the draw. I think I keep this. Tap land on one. Ooh. This is kind of cool. That's a good draw. I have no idea what I'm up against here. Full disclosure. Probably going to be a combo deck where I wish I had Damping Sphere, but Kinnan. Whoa. Okay, this obviously doesn't feel the best if they get paradoxical outcome. Got Reality Chip? That is great for me. That is also a good draw. So I can just kill because they have mana. 2 cards in hand, unfortunately, for my opponent. Another Karn? Huh. Unfortunately, I can't Chandra uptick Dreadbore. Paradoxical Engine. Okay, that was a good draw. Okay, so their hand is just this Paradoxical Engine. Okay, Emery's about to catch these hands. So now my thought process is I could play Kalitas and kill this. And I think that puts the most power in play. Otherwise, I could Chandra downtick swing, but then they can kill. I think this makes the most sense. Now hopefully I can just start attacking. Okay, they drew a land. Perfect. They're gonna have tons of mana. Ooh, I did the wrong fucking thing. Okay, it's not the worst, but obviously could have been a lot better here. I forgot she has 2 upticks. That's a big mistake. They just played a land. Let's go. Another Chandra? Is that just lethal? I think so. Keep this one. Okay. We got the game 1 against the pretty potentially degenerate combo deck, so I'm happy with that. I think I definitely want all those cards. Having all these Dreadbores seems like a lot, but maybe it's right. I don't think I want Kalidas. Do I want a hearse? I have so many kill spells. The pushes probably are just wrong. Could play at least 1 hearse, so let's try this. I know Go Blank could be good too. Feels like a good hand. What's up, Autumn? You were playing this list too? Oh no. Did not. I think I duress first. What happened when you tried it? Oh, they had the Kinnan. Fuck me. You lost to Edgar? Yikes. I think I have to take the Mox Amber. Fuck, I guess I should have thought seized. I took out a bunch of pushes and stuff, and then look what happens to me. Ooh. Okay, what's gonna be more important for me to take here? Whenever you tap a non-land permanent, add additional mana. So they can play either of these, but this lets them play off the top. That gives them card advantage, right? So what are my thoughts seizing? I gotta read this again. You think take chip? That makes sense. I'm just nervous. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm with you, right? And this is how they get back into the game. Also, yeah, what's up, Jack? Alright, let's take chip. I agree with your reasoning. And I could also just draw an immediate kill spell, right? Okay, another land. Perfect. You swing here, right? Yeah. Okay, Hazoret is obviously not what we wanted to see. Please do not just clap my cheeks here. Yeah, I think Hazoret is super cool. That's the reason I was pretty excited to try this list. What the fuck, dude? Draw 3 cards. Wait. Oh, they used Kinnan? Well, now I'm in trouble, right? I need to draw... Yikes. This can start playing anything. I think I actually have to kill Emery. Right? It's any artifact? Yeah. Feels bad. So next turn, I'm probably going to pitch Kroxa and whatever I draw, unless whatever I draw is a land. Another one. Oh, boy. Did I see the standard results? No, I didn't, but I imagine that card is just nuts. Paradoxical Engine is in the graveyard now. I can't find enough shit to kill. I think I have to get rid of Hazoret, unfortunately. Ooh, that's perfect, right? I doubt they block this. And even if they do, I get the treasure, so it doesn't matter. I can't even discard them, which is unfortunate. Because both of these can be activated, so I think I just have to stomp. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could be stupid and like K-command discard them, but now I can just get back Hazoret or Harvester. Probably should just get back Harvester, right? Because it keeps their board clearer. It sucks to have to use this, but... Wait, hold on a second, dude. Where are all your bad cards? I still got a lot of black cards in here, don't worry. Why not discard them? Because... So, Kinnan could be activated if I let them untap. And then they could also activate Emery. So, both of them would give them a lot of value. And they have the paradoxical outcome in their yard. Yeah, Chandra is... Wow, they're just swinging out. Alright, so I have another... I should probably just be playing Kroxa, I think. Or do I want a Blood Tithe Harvester because it's like machine gun mode? But that means I have to commit to all that mana. I think I'm actually just going to do this. I guess I could have played Blood Tithe and Bone Crusher. Oh yeah, good point. Good point, dude. Okay, they have had enough. Let's go. Got the first one. I should probably post on that Pioneer Discord if I'm really trying to grow my channel. Where's this shit? Yeah, this was definitely bad. They played 2 Karns game 1, and I just had Dreadboard in my hand for both of them. And then they kind of just ran out of steam. I didn't see any elves the first game. I guess I should have predicted that, but I took out like all my pushes. Yeah, I really, the only reason I want to play red again is because I think this card is just so stupid. I didn't even make this list. This is from the challenge. But it makes sense as like a value thing and all of your creatures crew it. So like if you ever get into a fair matchup, I guess that's just your trump card. It feels like that. Fabled is so silly. I don't want to say it's a better season Pyromancer, but it almost feels like it. Like, I literally think about making my deck Mardu exclusively for Fable. All tap lands, but I think I still have to keep this. Gotta put a new playlist on tonight. They're all tapped on turn 1 and 2. So it is true. Ooh, is this just... Ooh. Okay, well, Thoughtseize. Autumn, how did the Mardu list go? Wow. That sounds probable. Once again, this really stinks that this has... This does not feel good. Okay, so I have kill spells that... I'm going to take burn damage anyway. So I probably should leave them with Eidolon. Chandra plus with this is kind of annoying. But Lightning Strike is like a good card. I'm just gonna take the Chandra. Make sure I play my land. I almost passed through the turn. Yeah, I need to explore Mardu more. Go back to my roots. Yeah, I think the only thing that you couldn't really argue effectively is taking Eidolon, considering the context of my hand. Ooh, they got no scry value. Let's go. Okay, I'm just going to hold up both kill spells this turn. Hope that they have to burn themselves a little bit. If they go to combat, I just stomp. Okay, maybe I should actually just push here. Because they could fizzle my stomp, and I don't really want that. On the other hand, you have answers to everything, and Eidolon guarantees 2 damage, at least. That's true. What's up, boat guy? It was good of them to go straight to combat. Yeah, that's true. There is. Ooh. I did not expect this. What? That's unfortunate, huh? Okay, so the next creature they play is huge. They could lightning strike me, and I think I would lightning strike and skewer me. I guess they could be afraid of the Bone Crusher, but putting me to 5 seems really good. A guy decided not to cast an Expressive Iteration while playing 4-color Monopal against Mono Red. Is that for like the NRG? Oh, let's go. Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder why. Wow, come on. I'm at 4. That's a pretty great draw, though, huh? Maybe I'm going to keep 2 blockers back, right? If I swing to 4... No, fuck it. I'm going to attack. Oh, God. I guess that attack was too aggro, but there were a lot of things that could have punished me. I can do 6 damage. I don't have bolts in my deck. Or bolt style effects. Great. So I think if I play Chandra downtick, they have no Goblin Guide, right? So I'm probably pretty clear to swing. It's just, do they rip Burn Spell? We got there. Let's frickin' go. Holy crap. Sorry, I was... Boat Guy, are you a Midwest gamer? Like, did you go to the NRG or did you just watch? Oh, so are we talking Abbot of the Carol Keep? Yeah, I think that's much better in an aggressive show, right? Yeah, that was crazy. I guess I have a pretty nice just take out all the Thoughtseizes. Is it insane to replace Harvester with it in this list? I think so, because your curve is too high. Right? Like, you would probably realistically have to play it on turn 5 to safely play something, and you're still having a chance of missing. Oh, you're watching on Twitch? Alright. Sad. I was like, if you're a Midwest gamer, I eventually want to meet people. Like, I want to start going to tournaments again. It's a good idea, though, Autumn. Like, don't feel bad about that. Those are just my, I think the blood tokens are actually, like, decently powerful. You know, like, they're pretty easy to underestimate. And also, right, Fabled plus Blood Tithe is just way better. Okay, I don't have a kill spell, but, like, I have Kalitas. Ugh. Yeah, I really don't like playing unfair decks. Holy fuck, man. Okay, I take this light up. Hope they don't hit a land drop. This is... What the fuck, please? Okay. Nice. Now I don't even have to shock. Well, I guess I'm going to shock eventually, but... Really get rid of a bone... I don't even think you get rid of a Bone Crusher. The problem is my Kalitases aren't even that good, huh? No, you weren't supposed to hit a land? Stomp and what, I take 6? That feels fucking cool. Oh, really? What? Oh, what up, Eric? I haven't seen you in a while. Also, what's up, Dragon Party? How's everybody doing tonight? I still have to play this. They stomp it. It just feels wrong to not get the prowess triggers. Just attack again. Howdy from Northern Canada? What is up? Welcome to the stream. Dude, this Chandra does kind of look like shit, huh? I guess they have another Bone Crusher coming up. And they're holding up a Stomp for Fable, so maybe I get rid of both of these. I think so. I think I get rid of both of these. Oh, God. Well, I need to fight through... This feels like such shit. Holy crap. 4-drop? Attacking this 1-drop. I still like that at least we're getting through these prowess triggers. Have I been liking Pioneer lately? I like the format. Come on. But, it's definitely got some problems. We'll say that much. Alright, a land, please. Okay, should have been more specific, huh? Oh, boy. I think I just have to play Kalitas still. Hope next turn is good. They're just pinging me. For Big Chandra? Holy fuck. Okay. Way to draw out of it, dude. Oh, wants to protect Big Chandra. Duress. Wait, I can actually just, like, pop off, right? Okay, they had an idol on. Then this has to kill Chandra. It would be really crazy if we stabilized. I mean, they have turn after turn of Bone Crusher, which stinks. Dredgeless Dredge and a red-black midrange. I don't think that Dredgeless Dredge deck is too good, but it can definitely pop off. Wow, they got mana? Huh. I'm probably going to swing at this. Chandra and see how they block. Okay. Okay. Not the best spot, not the worst spot. Am I ever playing Modern again? Modern sucks, dude. But I would. It just, I don't think it's very fun or good. Alright, this stinks. This is at 7. One, two, three, four. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I should have shocked and duressed, but if they have lightning strike here or a shock. What? I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Okay. That was pretty hilarious, so I'm not even mad. I should have shocked. It's alright. That was my bad. That was hilarious. Please elaborate on how Modern sucks. I just don't like playing where every single deck revolves around Modern Horizons 2 cards exclusively. I find that really boring. I also hate playing against Ragavan. I hate playing against Cascade decks. I don't like that there's so many free spells. I don't like when you're building a deck. It's Modern Horizons 2, and then you put your favorite cards in, but your favorite cards are the worst cards. That feels really bad to me. Also, Mark Zub, thank you so much for the follow. How you doing tonight, buddy? May I interest you in Lantern Control? Wait, what? Why did they spike field? Oh, they spike fielded me. Okay. Okay, they could still fucking kill me, I guess. If they draw, like, exactly a bolt. Dude, they actually just ripped one. Hopefully it's just light up the stage. Let's go. Type play. That was sick. I don't think I've ever played Lantern Control or felt the desire to play Lantern Control. Danny Zippo, thank you so much for the follow. How you doing, buddy? This list, Corey, was 17th place in the Pioneer Challenge. Also, I hope I said hi. I didn't see you slip in here. Or I don't remember. Ledger Shredder isn't MH2. Yeah, but that card's also miserable. I guess that doesn't support my argument, but I don't know. I just haven't had any desire to play Modern. Like, the list you play looks like shit. You know? It doesn't look like fun, and you know it. Whew. Yeah, Eric, exactly. Exactly. What am I supposed to take here? Just Wrinkle? They don't have a way to activate Revolt. Yeah, but they're pretty far off from Wrinkle, right? And I have an answer to it. I'm just trying to consider... Like, I could play Bloodsoaked. They'll have nothing to do. Then they play Scrap Heap Scrounger. Then I stomp it. Actually, I'm going to try taking the 1-drop and hope they don't draw another. It could definitely be wrong. But it's my experimental play. Because then I, like, Time Walk them here. That's true. You are not wrong. Okay, so I'm kind of incentivized to play the Bone Crusher and the Fabled. But I bet you I'd... They've probably hit a land, right? So I set them up for a pretty clear, like, push plus Scrap Heap next turn. But I think the looting portion of this is pretty good. Considering my hand. Yeah, right? It's between Bone Crusher and Fabled, obviously. But Fabled also needs more time to develop. And looting away the Croxa seems really appealing. Making sure I hit a land drop. Maybe finding a... Maybe finding a Kalidas. Okay, they had the land. Oh, man. Yeah, Fabled is just like fucking nuts, huh? Fabled on curve especially, it feels really gross. I'd probably just get rid of both of my 2s. Maybe not. Definitely get rid of this. It's probably pretty likely I draw another land, right? I could get rid of the Haunted Ridge. Because worst case scenario, I can just play Bone Crusher. Okay. Actually, it's not even worst case scenario anymore. I'm just still doing that, right? This feels weird. They could be trying to play the Spectacle threat, and I'm actually happy if they do that. So they plan to return a Scrap Heap Scrounger, huh? Okay, I've had enough of those, please. Oh, King Caesar? I wish it was good, but I don't think so. Okay. So there's no way they block. If they pump... So next turn they're swinging for at least 6? Nah, Mardu's a pretty shitty color combo overall. I don't know how... I haven't played this matchup in so long. I think I want to protect like Blood Tithe Harvester plus Reflection. And if I play... So it's either I could Den, which uses all my mana, or I think I double spell. No matter what I play, a land. There's no way I'm supposed to play Den here. So this is happening. I could actually just, I guess +3/+3. I think I'm gonna shoot down the Scrounger, because this takes a ton of mana from them. Yeah, that's the plan, Corey, but you can't do that. This has Summoning Sickness when it comes in. It's okay. Do I want it? No, I think I can take this hit. Yeah, they're not even paying. Okay, what would be a sick draw? Like Kalidas? Yeah, I thought they were on spawn last turn, but I think they would have played it if they had it. Wow. I think they're just holding up Murderous Rider for when I target with Reflection. So, literally nut draw, huh? double Fatal Push plus Dreadwander. Mismatch Fatal Push also. So I can't go for this Reflection on Blood Tithe Harvester because of the pushes. I have to take Rankle, I think. I'm going to hold something in hand in case. Actually, this becomes a... Oh no, it has... I could This sacrifices, right? Fuck. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to hold. I was going to say I could shoot, and then if they pump, then I would copy, but it's in graveyard. Okay, so they can bring back a Scrap Heap. Maybe I played that turn too defensively? Should I just Scott in for 8? But then they push. Maybe I was supposed to just do that. Or I could have got in for 11. No, they would have pushed. Okay, now I'm just like fucking up. I think I punted this game. I think I'm supposed to do this. And at least soak this up. I'm running into issues here. I think I'm supposed to do this. They let it die, then they double push. But that's a risk I think I have to take. Okay, they're not doing it. That's actually perfect. Perfect, I guess, is an exaggeration, but... Whoa. Okay, they have Dreadwander plus... Yeah, it's a super good draw. They have Fatal Push I have to play around. So, I mean, I'm casting this for sure. Eat their Scrounger. Man, I've played this really slow. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, wait, no, they use both pushes. I could have potentially croaked it then. Alright, should I be defensive one more time? How many cards do I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This takes 5. So I can actually gain another life. Right now they have, at most, they pump this 7, 9 exact. I need to start attacking, I think. What is your name? Idiotina Rampage? I appreciate it. Sorry, that's a sick name. How you doing tonight? Yeah, I think I need to be attacking. I can always eat my other... Idiot in a Rampage. There's no spaces, so how would I know that? Please don't say you drew Murderous Rider. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Okay. Okay, I think I block these two. Oh. I'm like, damn, I don't think I'm that dumb for not knowing that one. I could actually block... This gives him Revolt. They have Dreadwander in hand. I think I'm supposed to block these. A little spooky. Actually, maybe I have them dead now. Okay. Can they buy back any of these now? I don't think so, right? Oh my god. That's gotta be game. I'm not even gonna risk it, Jack, because I think I would mess it up somehow. Oh, okay. I was like, I can't. Do I even need to attack now? I don't think any of their dudes can block. Man, I'm playing this way too slow. I'm just, like, scared. I'm a scared boy. Even Rankle can't kill me, right? Well, if I attack with Bone Crusher, I can't really copy anything relevant. I guess I could do it at the end step. Okay. I think it'll be a tapped Bone Crusher. Draw step Kroxa. I don't think I can do that because Kroxa's legendary. Yeah, target non-legendary creature. Oh, is that really how that works, Jack? Then guess we'll see. We'll see right here. Oh, what the hell? Hell yeah. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Okay, we're learning. We're learning stuff. Hers seems pretty good. Kill spells seem good. The rest seems not good. Yeah, Go Blink seems okay. Also, a few first-time chatters in here. The idiotina, as I called them like a dumbass, and Bo Bobby. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. Is Fiend Slayer Paladin playable? Can you link that one? I can't remember it off the top of my head. Go Blink seems okay, but hers is probably better, right? We don't want to... You think I trade Thoughtseize for Go Blank? I don't know if I like that, Corey, because their deck is pretty, like, low to the ground. Boat does kill a lot. I'm just, like, trying to balance the fact... Like, go on Goldfish and find the link for it, and then just drop it in here. Maybe, Corey. I was going to trim some, but you want to have early game interaction is the issue? Like, I think I want this out. Well, Chandra's actually a kill spell that kills both Spawn of Mayhem and Rankle, so I don't think that's right. But I like cutting Hazoret for sure. Maybe I do if I'm going to keep Dreadbore, but Chandra's actually a win con too. This can't... Okay, I'm going to try this. I don't know if I like Go Blank in this matchup. I think you got to be impacting the board constantly. Oh, man. If I can draw a land, but it also needs to be a red land. You gotta fucking kidding me, man. I think I have to mulligan. Okay. This is gonna be risky. I think the ship was justified even if it was to clear the board and block Ramble. Oh, Rankle. Yeah, I mean, it could definitely... Ugh, okay. It could have a place. I don't think you're not wrong. Oh, man. I love Tenacious D, actually. I think I'm going to Dreadbore because it's like the worst card I have. The problem is once they have a kill spell, like for Kalidas, it's going to be a little rough. I also mulled to 5, right? Wow. I was like, I guess I still would have wanted to kill the 3 too. I think I'm going to be losing this game, unfortunately. I probably have to take this hit. Yeah, power word kill can't tip Mutavault, that's true. Alright, they didn't pay to pump, which stinks. They definitely have a kill spell. Oh boy. Guess I'm not in a rush to kill that. Oh boy. I think all the cards in my hand are good. Is the problem I'm running this into a kill spell. It sucks. Swift End? Yep. Alright. Hopefully on the play we have a better chance. But we are not winning this. Yeah. This is not good. I'm going to hold this for the loot. Must be nice. Thank you so much for the follow. How you doing tonight? Wow, I can't believe they actually just went bigger. I'm just going to scoop and reevaluate how I did this. All right, Corey, we're taking all these out, especially on the play. I'm kind of interested to try this. This boat. I'm going to try 2 go blanks. Maybe I just want the kill spell of Dreadbore. Yeah, I'm going to do a single go blank. Because I think I have the hearses. I just hope. Yeah, that's a good point. Anybody who wants to join the Discord, we'd be happy to have you. A lot of smart people in there. Wow, this is a great hand. Okay, Hive on 2. Hive on 2. I gotta remember Hive on 2, please. Okay, I'm fine to trade. Dude, that's a really good point. I just don't know how to do that kind of stuff, Jack. But I totally agree with you. I've been trying to figure it out. That's why that like me 6 spot is in there, but okay, hopefully they play the Spectacle Demon. Interesting. Oh, they took mine? Fuck you, buddy. Yeah, Renhick has been helping me. I guess I just play this. You prefer that? Jack, why do you like that line? Because I'm thinking, I know it's the most mana efficient, but they instantly get to crack back and kill, right? How bad is Dreadboring scrap than attacking? I think that's terrible because this is going to keep our life total high. I guess playing Chandra allows us to double spell on a future turn. I think, is Chandra on scrap attack? Also, sorry, I missed some messages. How is this deck versus UI control? This is my first league playing it, so I don't have a good answer for you. I would imagine it's pretty good because Fabled is busted and the manlands are good. And you have Planeswalkers, which is difficult for them. Also, I think, is Chandra on Scrap attack? If I do Chandra on Scrap, I guess they're not incentivized to block, so I actually like that line. Yeah, but it can eventually, and doing this allows me to keep a card in hand for more options later. Because this gives me the opportunity, if they trade, to clear their board. I think this is right. Thank you for whoever suggested that line. Cabeza. Okay, so they want to kill Chandra. Why do you think it would be better? It's way less mana efficient. Just so they don't have something to attack? Wow, they have Kalidas? But I mean, Chandra didn't actually... I didn't lose Chandra for nothing. I killed something. And I saved myself 3 damage. And yeah, now I get the double spell. Fuck it, we're both gonna be eating the yard. I think I start by cycling. Nice. Let's freaking go. I think I actually just stomp this and swing with both. They can't even have a Revolted Fatal Push. Stomp 1, bore 1. Well, I can't Dreadbore this, and this can't even block, so there's no way I'm Dreadboring. And they can't Fatal Push, because this has Ward, yeah. Alright, I lose to like a Rankle, though, which sucks. Okay, I'm very happy with this. I think I like getting the creature out that can block. Holding this in hand in case they get a Rankle off the top. Another Kalidas. Jesus, man. I feel like I should hold these for if I draw a Fable and as a bluff. They need an answer. Another Rankle, damn. Or, sorry, another 4-drop. That's pretty freaking good. I know, not another Rankle, but... Okay, so if they make a sack... Yeah, they're drawing really well. They... Well, I don't want to count my guarantee, say like I guarantee we win, but they are in trouble. Like they could very easily draw push or like a kill spell and okay, this is what comes back. Did I miss a follower? Sorry about that. Elise Daying. Thank you so much for the follow. How you doing? I see you in chat. Hello. What was your first 2 matchups? Oh, man. My first 2 matchups. Fudge, dude. Alright, if I get a kill spell, I guess they're in trouble. Huh. I think I have to attack. Do I have to attack? Because... Alright, let's say they draw a push. Then they can pump 1 time. This goes to 4, 7... Oh, man. The problem is they can just make me discard. And then the Fable is not that good. Yeah, clock true, Corey. Thank you. Am I really supposed to play this land? Because that makes my Fable worse. I'll play the Fable. I'm not sure I'm sold on this line. I guess I'll play the land. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's true. Well, that's if they can draw another threat, right? Because otherwise the Hive has Menace. I could definitely lose here. We'll see. Not lose literally, but like the game could be gone. The good news is, unless they can kill me or have a blocker, right? I don't have to worry. Oh, man. Okay. I will discard. Fuck. So the next turn is not lethal. I just want to make sure. I have 3 minutes left. If I attack here and they block with both of these, They can pump after I arrange the order, right? So I'd just be fucked. God, 2 lands off the top really stinks. If I attack with the hive only, I lose the hive for nothing, so that's not a good line. Like, I literally think that makes 0 sense. But then I can play the second one for what? I just lose a hive and play a second one. I don't trade for a creature. Because I think they can pump after I do the order for damage. He doesn't have to block with Rankle. He puts 2 knights there. Then I arrange them. After that happens, they pump. Holy shit, that was a draw, huh? Yeah, oh, man. Sometimes, please, just let me, like, play. Yeah, I don't need... it doesn't need to just be an argument. You guys weren't considering how damage works. So just, like, saying the same thing over and over is difficult. But we got there. Thank Christ. 3-0. Yeah, I think your line makes sense. Shazo, if I plan to draw nothing, right? I mean, I guess it's pretty good. But if they were to draw a land and I did your line, then they would double pump, right? They would be 7. Was I at 12? If I was at 12, I think your line makes sense. But also that loses to a lot of stuff because they could draw a kill spell, which Mono Black plays a lot of, right? They could draw any push. They could draw Swift End. They could draw another creature to double block. I think doing that is like a little too aggressive. Wow. 5-0 would be pretty sick. How did the Trespasser exile twice? Because it was nighttime, so it came in on the back and it exiles twice. So when it comes in as the backside, it exiles 2 as Graveyard Glutton. My line assumed you were drawing push also. Yeah, that's pretty fair. And we saw that played out. I was going to draw the push, right? Playing first, but I have 2 of the best cards in my deck. I'm going to keep this like a greedy piece of shit, huh? Well, I needed another land. So that was good. Mono red? Fuck, I should have held up push, huh? God, literally punished by turn 2 haster plus light up. Actually, just so cringe, dude. I want to get value out of this Bone Crusher while I can. Once again, I think it's just important to get Fabled going. Repurpose these lands. Whoa, that looks weird on MTGO, huh? Another Kumano? Jesus, man. How many 1-drops is that in their opener? What? Every single freaking Kumano, okay? I don't think I'm going to use Castle this game, huh? I'm going to play Blood Tithe. Hold up 2. I changed my mind. I can play this. Then attack. And play Bone Crusher plus have a Revolted push. Lightning Strike. Sick. Alright, I knew they had that Kumano, actually. I'm not going to complain even more, but like... They still have a Bone Crusher. They have 2 1-drops coming off. Man, who would have guessed treasures are broken, huh? Wait, did they give up that Bone Crusher? Wow, I'm really surprised. Okay. Okay. We'll be able to repurpose the Thoughtseize if we don't die. They've had a nuts hand because I just didn't play that push initially. Alright, I'm happy I saved the Dreadbore because I was between Dreadbore. Dude, you gotta fucking calm down for like a millisecond, dog. So I block here, take 2, go down to 6. I can Dreadbore this. They're going to play... Okay. God, fuck, man. The tap land is rough. Alright, they're going to have at minimum 1 more hasting attacker. I can copy, kill, leave this as a blocker. I have Chandra to answer Eidolon. Get rid of this Hive. They have Play with Fire. I need to hold back 2. I think... I'm gonna get another Reflection. Yep. Fuck you, dude. I'm at 6. This is actually insane. Let's go, Chandra. Well, I could only make 1, right? Because I had 1 mana. I think I'm going to cycle this away. Yeah, these aren't legendary. I will not cast a Thoughtseize. I think I'm gonna win this, right? Yeah, I think I got him no matter what. This card's fair. Imagine if I was doing this in main 2. Let's frickin' go. Someone send this to Connor, man. Okay. Yeah, cards busted. Busted cards are good. This just in, kids. Busted cards are good. I don't think K-Command is good. They have the answer to this. Doofus in Soulscar Mage. Dude, that was actually just like gross. Kiki in a 3-drop, huh? Okay, this hand's pretty good. Fuck you, dude. Can my opponent take a mulligan? I think it was worth playing this. Gets out of control sometimes, dude. 3 1-drops? Okay, I would like to stop drawing lands. I might have to let this Soul Scar hit me. Okay, not if they play no other creatures, but just... Like, why does that have to trigger light up? Yeah, but I think this is actually like a dream matchup for red-black. To be fair. Like, I think this is... I think we're supposed to win this. Being at 17 feels good. I'll play Haunted Ridge into Fabled. Yeah, it's got to be into Fabled. Because they have 2 kill spells lined up for Trespasser. I know Trespasser's great, but... Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Jack. I think it's just a lot smarter after the fact. I might actually just loot away both lands. Okay, so I imagine they would just get max value here, right? Or they don't give a fuck. Why would you do this? That does not seem right. Not in the slightest. And they're going to be hellbent, so they can't deal with the Trespasser. I actually think I am going to get rid of both lands. Yep, definitely getting rid of both lands now. Okay, so I could play 2 2-drops, but I think the Trespasser is actually just this good. Especially, yeah, it's just way too good. Yeah, but a 1/1 counter can't be better, in my opinion, than instant 3 damage to my face. Right? Because this would have, to equal that, it would have to last for 3 turns. And now the only thing they can attack with is this. And they pussied out. Let's go. Give me a land. I got a land. Holy shit. I want to keep them... fuck. That's unfortunate, huh? I think I can still afford the shock here, though, and play 2 of these. The counter actually ends up being pretty good, to be fair. But now I got the machine gun set up. They have to, like, answer this if they draw something. And then if they do that, I think this game's pretty wrapped up. Yeah, okay, it's over. Alright, we know they have a land in hand. I just start shooting shit down and it's over. Ooh. What's up, buddy? All right. 4-0. 1 game loss. What's up, Bob? Dude, your stream was so short today. What the hell? All right, start a prediction. I've also been told I really want to go upstairs and grab some water while I let this prediction run. I've been told my mid-screen music is annoying, so I will no longer be running it. Okay, but I'm going to go fill my water bottle. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Have a good night, dude. Oh, I heard a follower. I think. EI nuts? What's going on? I will chat you up in a second. I just want to grab some water. Thank you so much for the follow. I'll be back. Put your predictions in, everybody. Be right back. All right. What is up, everybody? What did I miss? Yeah, thank you, Jack, for promoting the Discord. EI Nuts, I hope you're still here. How are you doing tonight? All right, do I get to see this prediction? I hope so. I don't even get to see? What the hell is this? All right, completely blind. Spicy one of Wallet, what's going on? I feel like I always see you in other chats. Happy to have you here. How you doing tonight? Okay, hopefully everyone's predictions were in. I didn't mess that up. pray for that 5-0. Gotta rub it in Connor's face after all the shit he's been talking. God, this water bottle's awful. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. This thing is like... The little hole is so small. I don't know how to describe the feeling of drinking from this. It feels like I'm like drinking from like a leaky faucet. What do I think are the worst matchups for black-red midrange? Probably Phoenix and mono green. Yeah, probably anything that gets to draw 3 for no good reason. Alright, I probably have to keep this hand. What? Black? Opponent. Welcome. This could be... Wow, what? Okay. The perfect answer to Croxa? They take Chandra, though. I think I just want this engrave. Dude, my opponent is on some spice. They pitch a land. Okay. No trespasser? I'm so fucking stupid. God. Okay. I gotta... Where can you see the deck list? Did the stream decker leave? Hold on a second. You should just be able to type !deck. Am I really worried about this? I guess I don't want it to flip. Oh, okay, okay. I mean, they know I have Kalidas, which is a little scary. Wow, what a draw. Okay, I'm not playing anything, and I'm actually going to blind Takenuma because I think they just did that for Revolt push. They have another Field of Ruin. Okay, I'm not going to do this blind. I don't know if I should Takenuma. Probably not. Oh, God. Okay. Fuck, it's the 4/4 side. That's right. Well, this is actually kind of... Sorry, King Kalidas, and if he kills it... Yeah, this is like exactly the situation I was trying to avoid. I still think they have push and they're saving it for Kalidas. Dude, what the fuck? I mean, what do I want to find? Like a Dreadbore? Dude, a lot of lands, man. Holy moly. This is miserable. Hey, how you doing? Happy to have you here. They're just gonna answer this fucking... Okay, if I think they're on push, I guess I'm supposed to just do this? Let's see if this is push. Okay, it was Murderous Rider, so we had a pretty good read. Now the issue, I think I actually want to Takanuma. Sorry, I'm a little too hyped up. 7, fuck. Okay, so now I can play Kroxa twice. Gifted Aetherborn. Okay, we're still not in the clear yet. I think I need to hold this in case I draw a kill spell. They have to pay 5? So they can only do 1 if near deadlands, huh? That's fine. Glint Sleeve Siphoner, oh baby. Attacking is wrong. I guess I just spew my hand at this rate. Oh, I forgot we have a stand for the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Yeah, attacking with Kroxa is very wrong, I think. Hopefully I can find a kill spell eventually, right? Then the game just gets blown out of control. They could kill this. Whew. Wait. I don't want to do this. Okay. I didn't have to do it. I was like, please, I didn't want to. I didn't want to do this. I probably still just kill this. I attack both, right? They have a cling. Alright, I think we just won. Wait, why can't I fucking do it, dude? Why? I know, I'm trying to. That's why I did undo auto yields. That's so fucking lame. I mean, I did press it, right? Did somebody see that? I hit undo. Yeah. Fuck, man. That was such a huge... I would have one more zombie. They'd have something off the board. That's so lame. Okay. Okay. Yeah, what the fuck was that, dude? I'm still pretty sad, like, but I guess I can't be too upset. Wow, really? Dude, I'm still so salty about that. I know I'm in a good spot now, but that's really frustrating to me. Because I, like, literally was actively trying to do something and I couldn't. We got the first game. Let's frickin' go. That was gonna be rough. I think I have a lot of cards that seem appealing. K-Command seems okay, just as like a 2-for-1. Thoughtseize obviously comes out. I think the rest does too. They should have literally no answer to Hazoret. Goblink seems like a potentially good card. Croxa seems good, but I'm almost tempted to cut Croxa. Because I have so much top end anyway. In early game, like, they're going after my graveyard. You know what I mean? Does that seem crazy? Like, if I took these out for even just this as like a clear 2-for-1, like, I don't know, kill... What the fuck was that card? Glint Sleeve Siphoner, make them discard or get something back. You'd cut Croxa too? Well, if Corey does it, fucking snap submit. Let's go, Corey. I think Thoughtseizes are actually terrible in a mid-range matchup. And you should never keep them in. Wow, what is this? In a mid-range matchup, it's all about card quantity. Wow, they gotta be pissed here. It's all about card quantity, so you never really want to trade, use your mana for no mana investment from them. It's also a terrible top deck. And they took Torture Defiance. Like, you want to be 2-for-1ing your opponent as much as possible. They also missed a land drop. I have so many 3s, I don't think I need to develop Fabled. I'm just going to attack their graveyard, since I know they're playing cards like Cling. And this is also another 2-for-1 card, because if they try to target removal it, they have to discard something else. I don't think I block. Wow, they're really struggling, huh? I think I want to take this trade if they'll let me. Could be wrong, definitely. I guess I need more red mana. So I will trade this off if I'm given the opportunity. Because they have no other creatures in grave, and I can guarantee I eat it. Okay. Takanuma is also a good card, but I think I'm supposed to loot that away. Hazoret's pretty good. But they actually have a way to deal with it, which is kind of weird. Oh, 2 fucking lands? Yikes. Alright, I will once again take this trade, and then it would let my Liliana deal with their other Gifted Aetherborn? No. What am I supposed to do here? Maybe just Fable, I think. Because once again, it's going to filter away this land. I could chump block if needed. Cling, okay. Well, I'm very happy I didn't go for the Liliana. Oh, I didn't even see you slip in here, Soul NBA. How you doing, dude? I'm going to take this damage. Wow, they have their own Trespasser now? Okay, this Liliana's looking really bad. Uh-oh. I'm your bedtime story. I wouldn't have it any other way. What am I supposed to do here? The problem is I know they have a bunch of gas. I think I need to start killing these off. Triple spell. What are you talking about? One, two, three, four. How do you ever get triple spell, Corey? I'm going to offer this trade. And then go from there. Kill, get treasure, cast. What? No, I can't get up to 7 mana. What? I'm so confused. Oh, okay. I'm like, what am I missing? I'm going to eat this. Insulate my life total a little bit. Okay, that makes sense. Another cling? Where are your lands, dude? Okay, they hit a land. Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Where's my Glint Sleeve Siphoner stand in the chat? They still have 3 cards in hand, but Fabled is just actually broken. Glint Sleeve Siphoner is Pioneer Bob. I don't know about that. Also, I'm so happy to take this trade. Like, incredibly happy. I have 2 cards in my graveyard, but now I get to wipe their board. Yeah, okay, this is over, right? I think I'm going to win. All right, please. All right, didn't pass. Okay, this is looking good. I have Castle, I have an active Walker, I have 4 things on the board. Whew, whew. Let's frickin' go. 5-0. Hell yeah. Let's go. I think 2nd time ever playing that deck. Damn. Let's go. Thank you, everybody. Whew. Yeah, 1 game loss. Fuck.